Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? So, welcome everyone on my one-day workshop on the stress management technique for a balanced life. Riya Khudania, welcome you all to my today's workshop. So, I am um, I am the therapist and the founder of the Psychicc Mantraa. I completed my master's in counseling and family therapy, and I have an experience of more than 2 years in this field. Along with being a therapist, I am a mental health coach and expert in psychological first aid. I am a progressive women empowerment coach and a career coach. So, moving to the next slide, that is what are the agenda for today's workshop. Today we will learn about the introduction of the stress, that what the stress actually is. Then we will recognize the stress, that how we will recognize the stress in our day-to-day life. Then the techniques to manage the stress in our life. And fourth is the conclusion. Okay. So before we move forward, if you are okay, can you tell me your name and from where you are joining? If you want, you can open your mic or even write it in the comment box. Anyone who want to tell what's their name and from where they are joining and what are the main they are expecting from today's work? Welcome Chanchal Bora ji. Hello Mantavya ma'am. Madan, sorry. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I'm very bad with the, but I welcome you to my workshop and I hope you will learn a lot from this. This will help you out. Hi Sakshi Jain. Hi Krina. Hi Priya Garg. Okay. So, hi Anushka. Hi Soumya. I hope you will learn a lot and even I want this workshop to be practical and to be interactive. If you have any doubts or if you have any suggestions or anything in your mind, you can just open your mic and let me know so that we can have a open discussion on that too. Okay. So, moving to the next line, that what is stress? Okay. Hi Manali ma'am. Okay. So, what is stress according to you? If you heard the word stress, what is the first thing that came into your mind? Anyone? Yes. Sakshi, Jen.
Yeah. So basically, stress is how your body responds to the external environment.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And Atyayana ma'am said keep pressure to the brain. That's also correct. Okay. So, let's start simple with what is stress. If we say this in short and in some concise word, so stress is your body reaction to a demand, challenge, or pressure. It can come from outside. Uh, Manali ma'am said, just sorry, I have to work with the multiple screens. So just a second. Hmm. So situation done beyond your expectation. Yes, we can say. Uh, but but if we said in some simpler words, so stress is your body reaction to a demand, to challenge or a pressure. It can come from the outside, such as school, work, or relationship, or from inside. For example, like from the self doubt or from the overthinking. Now, here's the interesting part. There are two type of stress. First is eustress and second is distress. Okay, so eustress, as you can see on the screen, that eustress is positive and distress is negative. So what exactly is eustress is? Eustress is the positive stress It helps you to focus, to stay motivated and perform better. While the distress is the negative stress which make you feel overwhelmed, anxious or even depressed. If we look for an example to understand this better, so imagine a student has a performance coming up or even an exam coming up. If the student feel excited, rehearses for that performance or even do a lot of question paper for his or her exam and does their best, that is eustress. And if the student can't sleep, cries and avoid that particular event, this is known as distress. So did you understand what is stress, what is eustress and distress, or any doubt? Am I clear? Am I going too fast? Just let me know so that I can slow the things down. Okay. So stress become a problem when it start controlling your life rather than motivating it. Okay. So do you think of a time when you felt stress and you feel stress and at the time, and how did you pull yourself out? Anyone who want to share their experience, that how the stress impact their life and how they pull them out from that particular situation? Am I too boring or you don't want to interact? Just let me know. When I was preparing for next, I was quite stressed. Okay. So how did you cope up with that, ma'am? Okay. So you were preparing for the NEET. Yes, NEET is very very traumatic sometimes. And we all are very stressed during that time. And even today's generation is literally stressed about that. Going on the walk, listening to the music. Yes, that really helped during these. Anyone else? Okay. So moving forward, is stress a mental health problem? Okay. So stress is not a mental illness, but too much of it can be, especially if it's long term, can become a problem. It can lead to the anxiety, depression, or even physical issues like back pain, skin breakout, or poor immunity. Okay, so once I was working with a client who kept falling sick before every office presentation. It wasn't the flu or any other symptom, but it was the chronic stress that has impacted him a lot. Okay, so this is so in clear words we can say that stress is not a mental health illness, but yes, if we take a lot of stress and if we didn't understand that how to cope it betterly, then it can become a mental health problem. Okay, so moving to the next slide, that is what are the types of the stress. So there are two major type of the stress. First is acute stress and second is the chronic stress. Acute stress which is short, acute stress which is short, sudden stress, like for example stuck in a traffic or giving a speech. Okay, if immediately someone asks you to give a speech on a topic that you didn't know a lot, at that moment what you feel is an acute stress, because that is just for a moment. Okay, and that will have a impact on you for like approximately 1 week or just approximately for that. Okay, while the chronic stress is long term stress, like the family conflict, job pressure, or the financial issues. Okay, the the in which the people have a prolonged exposure on themselves for a long period of time. It could be of the months, it could be of the years, and it can literally deteriorate your mental health. Okay, clear till now? Just give me a thumbs up if you get this. Okay. Now, how stress affect us? So stress shows up in both your body and your brain. So what are the main physical signs? Physical signs are the increased heart rate and the blood pressure, muscle tensions and the headaches, You will have the digestive issues, fatigue and the sleep disturbances, weakened immune system. Okay. uh, Even if the constant tiredness that is already in the fatigue, that will happen. Now the psychological effects will be feeling overwhelmed, uh, being snappy or moody, constant worrying, trouble focusing, and feeling sad for no reason. Okay, that can be included in the anxiety. You will have the mood swing, you will have the difficulty in concentrating in the different things. It can lead to the depression or the feeling of overwhelm, change in the appetite, just because our body will be in the flight and fighting position. So it will be in the parasympathetic mode, and that's why our appetite got changed. Even you can have a low appetite or a, moving to the next slides, that how to recognize the trigger. So stress usually come from the trigger which are either external triggers or which are either internal triggers. What are the external triggers? The triggers that came outside ourselves. Okay, like for example, work deadlines, money issue, breakup, traffic, etc., etc. As you can see, work related pressure in which deadline, workload, conflicts and the colleagues, financial concerns in which debt, unexpected expenses, job insecurities are included, relationship issues in which family conflict, romantic troubles, social pressures are included, major life changes like moving or changing your job, loss of the loved one. These are the some external triggers. Yes. So what are the internal triggers? The triggers that came from our inside, that are the perfectionism. It means setting unrealistic standards for yourself, negative self talk, which is self criticism, doubt, yeah, catastrophizing is realizing that something bad will happen in the future. If we do this, that something, always a bad thing will happen in our future. This is known as catastrophizing. So unrealistic expectation, it means trying to please everyone, fear of the failure. Okay, these are the unrealistic expectation, to become a perfectionist, that we will do everything in the perfect and everything will be pleased with us, everything will be happy with us. No one will say a bad word about us. These are the unrealistic expectation. Then the cognitive distortion, that is all or nothing thinking. It means I have everything or I have nothing. It means if I have a glass of water, I will half glass of water, I will see it completely filled or it completely empty. This is known as all or non thinking or overgeneralization. It means if I did something good, so I will say like this, or I can feel like this, oh, this can happen to anyone, or anyone can do this. For example, if I, for example, as I am I can draw well. If I draw something, and if any person have come to me and they praise me for my drawing, that yes, you did a very good job, at that moment I can say, if I said that this is very basic, anyone can do this is not that great, it means I am criticizing myself, I am not seeing my own worth. This is known as overgeneralization. Okay. Clear till now, or any doubts, anything? Am I going too fast? Is it making sense to you, that what is stress, type of stress, what are the main triggers, and how it can impact? So, moving forward, identify the personal stress pattern. Okay. So, how do you know what's causing your stress? Okay. So, for this, keep a stress journal. Why journaling? Yeah, what is journaling? Can anyone tell me what is journaling? Have you ever heard this word, and what that mean to you? Yes. Yes, Mansi. Writing down own thoughts. Yes. This is a type of free flowing journaling.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Ma'am, journaling, like we are planning throughout the day, our day or about our life, something like day का तो छोटा हो गया पैटर्न एंड फिर जब हम मंथ के लिए या अपना लाइक प्लानिंग हम अपना डे आउट जब प्लान करते हैं कुछ भी लिखते हैं
Hmm.
आई गेस उसे ही
Yes, that is also a type of journaling. So basically, journaling is a form of expressive art in which we write down, we use the paper and pen as the writing medium, in which we will understand our feelings and our emotion, and we will write them on those. Okay, it could be in the form of to-do list, that what Mansi ma'am said, and what Priya ma'am said, ki writing down your own thoughts. This could be also a form of journaling. Journaling could be in the many form, but in this, we will keep a stress journal in which we will write or note the situation, the thoughts, and the physical reaction that we have in that moment. In this, we can look for the common themes, the reoccurring triggers or the responses, and recognize the early warning sign. Like for example, if I see that for example, if I have a conflict in my office, and if I see that I have a lot of the conflicts in my office, and I got a stress a lot, because when I see my any personal colleague or my boss, I just got triggered. Okay, so by looking this, we can find a thing that yes, this is the main trigger that happens a lot in my life, and that make me stressed. Also, for example, if we kept a stress journal, we can note that yes, if I for example, if I am lazy, if I get up late and go late to my office, and because of that, my HR always they always target me, or they just scold me. At that moment, if I have a journal, I can act it out, like okay, so these are the main thing, that yes, I am being lazy. Yes, because of that, I woke up late, and because of that, I always stuck in the traffic, and that's why got late in my office. At this point, I can get up early by just 30 minutes, and because of this, the stress that is in my life can be eliminated. Okay, so by this, we can also recognize the early warning signs, just such as the physical, emotional, and the behavioral cues. What are the physical and the psychological impacts that I have already told you, that we will have headaches, we will have uh, we will just a second. Yes. So we will have headaches, we will have a neck and shoulder pain, we will have the sleep issue, even our appetite got lost, we will in the constant worry, we will trouble focusing, we will felt overwhelmed, and the constant tiredness. We can recognize these signs, and we can work on these two. Okay. So moving to the next slide, which is the most important part of the this workshop, that how to manage the stress. Okay. So, clear till now, or any doubts or any questions? Am I going too fast? Did you understand until this, that how to recognize the trigger by just simple journaling thing? Anyone, any doubt? Am I going too fast? Okay. So, moving to the next slide, that identifying the personal moving to the next slide, that is how to manage stress, or what are the most common techniques that as a therapist we can use on our client, or as a normal citizen we can use on ourselves to work on it. Okay, so first thing is deep breathing exercise. So what is deep breathing exercise? There are a lot of the exercises that we can use in this breathing technique, but the most simple and the most effective way that you can use even in any situation, for example, before giving any exam, or before any stage performance, or before giving any presentation, or any situation like that, at that point you can use this 478 technique. Okay, in this, what you have to do, you have to inhale your breath for 4 seconds, and then you have to hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale your breath in 8 seconds. Let's do this practically to understand whether it is impactful or not. Okay, so now I will instruct you to hold your breath. So now inhale, breathe in, 1, 2, 4. Now hold, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now exhale, One, two, four, five, six, 7, 8. I think it could be a little bit difficult for you when you are doing it in the starting, but I hope you did it all. Anyone who want to share their experiences? Did they feel relaxed or calm at just for 1 second or what? Anyone who did this? Have you heard about this feeling good, very calming? Yes. Okay. So before any presentation or before your any exam or before any public speaking, do this for the 3 times in a row and notice how your body feels. This is a very simple technique or very simple coping technique that we can give to our clients. Okay. Sometimes we are out somewhere, we cannot carry pen, paper or a lot of the thing. So this is a very basic technique that you can use at that moment because you don't need a lot of things, even if you can do it in your personal space or even in any crowded space. So this is very easy to do for any person. Okay, whether you are a child, yes, with the child below of age 10 we have. Okay, just a second, I will give you the things, the concise manner in the last. Just understand what is the stress management technique. Okay, I will give a proper outro in the last because we have a conclusion slide, because it's really hard for me to go for the proper outro in just 5 minutes. Okay? So what I was saying, that yes, it could be little bit difficult for the children under the age of 10, because they will not understand. But yes, you can use this for the adolescent, even for the individual, for the adults, for even in the LGBTQ counseling, couple counseling, or for anyone. This could be a very perfect conflict resolution skills too, to ground yourself in a particular moment. Okay, so this is how impactful this breathing exercise is, even if it has a lot of variations. Like for example, you can have a box breathing of 4 4 4 4, in which you have to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds, and then again you have to hold for 4 seconds, and then you will repeat this cycle again and again. This is what you can give to the children. Even if the starfish, for this starfish breathing, in which what you have to do, you have to take your hand, and from the bottom of your thumb, you have to slide your finger to the top of your thumb, and you just have to inhale at that moment, then hold for 4 seconds, and then exhale while sliding your finger down to the bottom. Then again you have to go to the again you have to be on the top with your second finger, and then you will come down, and you will have a pause of 4 seconds each time. Okay, this is a kind of technique you can give to the children. They enjoy it a lot. Even best technique for the grounding technique that will calm you down in a particular moment. Did you get what is breathing techniques, deep breathing exercises, and how, what are the main variations that you can use? This is very handy technique. Being a therapist, you should know at least 3 to 4 breathing techniques that you can give to your client, and this work as a miracle with every client. Even in a lot of cases, I personally give breathing exercises to my client even in the first session, because this will create the mindful in them. Yes. So moving to the next activity, that is guided mindfulness technique. Okay. So in this, you have to focus on the present moment and practice daily for the 10 minutes. This is basically a visualization technique or any meditation script that we can give to our client. Yes, it is a little bit difficult in the starting because they have to focus on things or something like that. it could be a little bit difficult, but yes, after practice or after 3 to 4 sessions, they will get indulged. You can even ask your clients what kind of the visualization they like. Some like meditations in the field area, some like in the waterfall, some want to be in other countries, some want to be you can use the meditations like to be on in a happy place or something like that. Okay, so this is how you can use the guided mindfulness technique. So let's also have a practical demonstration of the mindfulness technique. I have a technique with me, which is a mindfulness meditation of, I think, 5 minutes. So you can just close your eyes. Just have you, if you want, you can sit straight or you can lie down on your bed and just listen to this and be in the present moment. Okay, and just after this meditation, let me know what are your experience after doing it. Because before giving anything to our client, we first have to understand what it is and how it impacts our client, what are their feelings, so that after that we can tackle it and we can understand it. Is this audible to you? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear this. Okay. So it's a little guided meditation script from my end. Anyone who has did this, any anything you want to say, first just have a moment, then just need a sip of water, then it's completely fine. Go and have a sip of water. Then just let me know what are your experience. Did you do? Or how do you feel after doing? And if not, that is also completely fine. You can do it in your free time. Anyone who want to see who did it, or if you didn't did, you can just write that in the comment box. And that's completely fine if you did it. Just let me know. Anyone who did this exercise, this meditation, or didn't did. Anyone? Deepshika ma'am did. Ma'am, if it is okay, can you tell me your experience? That how did you feel, relaxed or what? It's really relaxing. Okay, ma'am. So, so moving forward, if you didn't calm and yes, these are the some responses that we get from our client. So they feel like mindful and they have a moment with themselves that make them feel grounded, and even in the particular moment this will help them or their body to be relaxed and to Geeta ma'am also did it. Okay, I hope you love it. And even if you can give this thing to your client or any other visualization that they love to do in their free time, because this will their mind and their body completely relaxed and help them to understand or to feel grounded in that moment. Okay, along with this you can give this 5 4 3 2 1 technique. This is the best grounding technique you can give to your client. Okay, so even if you can give this technique to the client when they are really anxious and even in the panic attack, you can give this technique to your client. Sometimes they are a lot, they have a lot of worry, they are completely like mindless that what exactly to do, they got anxious a lot. At this moment you can give this technique to your client, in which what you have to tell your client, now observe your surrounding and let me know the 5 things that you can see. Okay, I got best results. Yes, yes, this is a miraculous technique, a very simple technique with no prompts or nothing, and this will work wonders. Okay, so in this, you will ask your client what are the 5 things that you can see around yourself. Okay, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that they can hear in the moment. Even it could be the sound of the fan or sound from any construction site, or even if the water sound, or even if the ringtone from their phone, or any 3 things that they can hear, 2 things that they can smell it. Just ask them to focus in the moment and just to feel that thing, and one thing that they can taste. And even if you want, you can ask them to see the 5 things and also to touch them also. Okay, fine. Yes, even if I give this 5 4 3 2 1 technique to one of my client who is an adolescent having the severe anxiety and even the severe depression. Okay, she has a lot of thoughts in her mind, and even she cannot stop them. She cannot control them. She cannot overcome them. So I give this technique to her, and even she was taking a lot of medications at that moment. I think she was on 4 pills. because of this. And after 3 to 4 sessions, by doing this technique and even the mindfulness technique, the medications reduced to 2. Even with one of my client having the PTSD and having the childhood trauma because of the PTSD, I give this technique to her, and this works wonder on her. This is that good technique. Okay. So also, yes, along with that, you can give this technique, which is brain dump technique. Because when a person is stressed, they have a lot of thoughts and a lot of things in their mind, and they cannot even have a proper format, and they cannot just reduce them down, or their mind doesn't work at that moment. So you can give them this brain dump worksheet. Yes, you can use it in the anger management. It can work even if they have incontrollable anger at that moment. To control their impulses, they can use this technique. Okay, because this focuses or shifts their brain or their mind from the different thing to the particular thing, and this will relax them down in that moment. Okay, even in the conflict resolution or even in the couple counseling, you can give this technique to your clients. Okay. So as I was telling about the brain dump, in this you will give them these kind of worksheets and ask them to write the all of the things that their mind have. Okay. And even if they can fill it up, like what are their to-do list, what are the things that they have to do, to whom they have to call, they have to email, text, or what are the new ideas, researches, must do, could do, want to do, what are the random thoughts they have, what are the schedule they have, what are the things they want to follow up, or what are the things that they want to create. So by doing this, their mind, they just got clear, and they have everything on the paper. And after that, when their mind was completely clear, and when they come back to their senses, they can work on the things that they have with them. Okay, so this will clear their mind, reduce their worry. Because when if I think like, okay, so I have 5 meetings, I have 5 emails to do, I have 5 emails to which I have to reply, and then I have to write a research paper, and then I have to make a presentation, I have a meeting at 5. At this moment, I have a lot of things in my mind. I didn't understand what are the things that I can miss, or I have to force myself to remember everything. But when everything is in front of me, I can completely make a proper schedule according to it, I can completely organize it, and this will reduce this external trigger that is impacting me in my daily life. Okay. So now, PMRT, that is progressive muscle relax. uh, yes, yes, Chanchal ma'am.
Can we move on to the previous slide, ma'am?
This one.
For the grounding technique, 5 4 3 2 1.
Yes,
Yes, that one.
yes.
For this, first we have to notice our present environment, then close our eyes, then remember, recall all the things, textures, or like the thing we have to do is like notice, then close our eyes, then memorize, or else like naturally by open eyes itself we can see, touch. No,
Okay.
is it
So it could
our
be
choice?
done in, yes, I got your question. So you can do it in both the terms. If you can see that 5 things are available around you, that you can see, that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, smell, and taste, you can ask your client to notice this. Like for example, if I am sitting here, so I can recently I can see my laptop, I can see my phone, a water bottle around me. So these are the things that I can see and even touch. Okay. So I will just ask my client, okay, so tell me what are the 5 things that you can see around. Okay, what are the 4 things that you can touch? What are the 3 things that you can hear? What are the 2 things that you can smell right now? What are the 1 thing that you can taste around you? What are the things? Okay, let them, give them a time
Oh,
to just observe their environment and to find the things. And if you are in a place where these things are not present, then you can ask your client to close your eyes and imagine the 5 things that they can see. Okay, see is the something that you can always have around you. So what are the 4 things that they touch in the morning or in the afternoon or any time? Okay, 3 things that they love to hear, 2 things that they love to smell,
Yes.
Okay,
What exactly majority of the time you use with your clients, ma'am? With the open eyes or closed eyes?
ma'am, with the
Exactly what
open
you
eyes.
prefer?
Ma'am, with the open eyes, because majority of the time I have used this in my session, and as I'm a online therapist, to my majority client came uh, take their session from their home, so I can easily ask them what are the five things that you can see in your room, what are the four things that you can easily touch, and if it is possible, if I see that my client is really anxious or really stressed, so even I can ask them, can you touch the four things that is around you, what are the main texture, because the main motive of this technique is to calm them down, to give a moment, and to stop the reoccurring thoughts that they have in their mind.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am. Any other doubts from anyone? Okay, so moving forward, so this is progressive muscle relaxation technique, PMRT. Okay, so PMRT is one of the most impactful kind of the relaxation technique that a therapist should know. Even if you have a client having anxiety, depression, even for the behavioral issues, negative thoughts, or anything, the PMRT can be used. So it works on a principle that you cannot be happy and you cannot be sad at the same moment. Okay, so do you remember a moment when you feel completely depressed or completely devastated and extremely happy at the same moment? Or two opposite emotion at the same moment? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
No. So the same happen with our body too. We cannot be stressed and we cannot be relaxed at a same moment. This is the same principle on which PMRT works. So PMRT is a mindfulness technique where people tense targeted muscle group in the body for the several seconds and then relax. So just have a small example, a small thing that we can do in PMRT is just make a fist and just tighten your hand a little bit so that you can feel a tension in your hand. Just do it and hold it for 4 seconds. 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, and now just release it. Yes, you can tighten it for 10 seconds, of course, but that depend. Yes, but that depend on client to client. Something 4 second is a thing that I used with my client because in the beginning when I told them, because holding a fist is very simple thing that we can already do, but when they have to do it from the toe to the head, sometimes people felt like, oh, it's take a lot of the time, we cannot do it, we cannot did it. So I keep it a 4 second or a 7 second thing, so that so with the time I can increase their time and they will get indulged in this technique and they will love it. Okay, so 10 seconds, yes, it's a benchmark, I completely understand, but yes, 10-second thing is not possible for anyone. Okay, every time for anyone it could not be possible. That's why I kept a benchmark of 5 seconds or 4 seconds, so that they can even love it, and after that when they are indulged in this technique, then we can do. Yes. See, I'm not teaching a lot everything about the PMRT. I'm just giving an example that how if we just squeeze our hand and just we release, how it can help us out. Along with that, PMRT is used with any mindfulness music. So yes, I am not using any music right now. I'm just giving a demonstration, so I think it will work. And so there is a no need to just close your eyes at this moment. Okay. So uh, did you just do it? Did you just release your hand? Did you feel relaxed in your hand at a moment? Anyone? So yes, so PMRT is that much impactful, but yes, this is just for the hand fist, but we have to do it from the toe to the head of our head of our body. Okay, so it's like it take approximately 10 to 15 minutes to do a whole body relaxation. So it is that much powerful technique. If you want to have a proper workshop on this, that how to take PMRT, guided meditation, how to use different mindfulness technique, we will definitely consider it in the future. Okay, So moving to the next activity, that is the time management activity. In this, we can use the prioritize our task using the Eisenhower matrix. Okay. So on the right hand of my thing, you can see the Eisenhower matrix. Okay, in which what we have to do is we have a lot of things in our day. Okay, so then we have to schedule it in a proper format, like in the 4 columns. We have to do it like this. First thing is urgent and important. That what are the tasks with the deadlines or the consequences? What are the most important tasks that we have to do? And then we will categorize the tasks that what are not urgent but are important, like schedule tasks with the unclear deadlines that contribute to the long term successes. Third thing is for which is urgent and not important, that is delicate tasks that must get done but don't require your specific skill set. Fourth is the task that is not urgent and not important, like for which we can for the task which we can delete, like distraction or the unnecessary tasks that we have in our day to day life. Okay, is it important, is it yes, is it urgent or is it important? So we can just categorize our task and do the tasks which are urgent and important. Then we can do the tasks that they are urgent and that they are that what they want, that are important and not urgent, that are urgent and not important, then they can select the task accordingly. Okay, yes. Then next thing is use the SMART goals. SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and the time bound. Yes. Um, so any therapist who have used these goals on their client? Anyone? Okay. So moving forward, what a SMART goals is? Okay. Uh, yes, as we can see, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and the time bound. For example, I have an exam next week. So 1 week before, I know I have 10 chapters. Then, so this is my specific goal that okay, I have to complete my this entire syllabus. There are 10 chapters in 1 week of time. Okay, and I have to gain, sorry, yes, and I have to achieve like 70% of the marks or 80% of the marks. At this moment, I will make the goals like okay, 10 chapters, 7 days, so I can divide one chapter or 1.25 chapters in all of these days. This is how I can study for my exam. But what if I think like okay, now I have only 1 day and I have to study from the base and I have to complete all the 10 chapters in just 1 day? Is it possible? Will that give me a score of 80%? No, na. So this is what is the SMART goals. That yes, what are the goals? Yeah, what are the things that we want? We will define them into the specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and the time-bound deadlines, so that we can achieve them in time, and we will not be a lot of stress at that moment. Okay. Next thing, learn to say no to the unnecessary commitment. The thing that you felt like, no, I cannot do it. This is a overburden for me. Learn to say no. Like for example, sometime when our boss give us overtime things, we have to say them no. That no, I cannot do it. Sometimes the people who love to please everyone, they don't know how to say no, and because of that they were overburdened with a lot of the things, and this will create a stress in their. Okay. So, so SMART goals, just a, yes. So SMART goals is, SMART means specific, that we have to decide the goals which are specific, like answer to who, what, where, and when of the goal. That yes, specific goal. It means that it means I have to earn money. Okay, this is not a specific goal. Now, I have to earn 1000 rupees in 1 week. So, this is a specific goal that we have to create, that who, what, where, or when. We don't have to create a general goals or something that is very common, that cannot be defined, or that cannot have any target. Okay. Second thing is measurable, that we can measure them. Measurable, it's like if I said that I want to be happy, do you have a parameter from which you can think that how happiness, what happiness means to me? Yeah, or what extent of the happiness I want in my life. So it should be measurable. Yani it means creating milestone within your smart goal to track the progress. Like for example, if I want to be happy, for happy, what are the things that I want? This could be specific and measurable, that how to measure that happiness that I want. Okay, like for example, if I want 1000 rupees, so this is 1000 is a measurable amount, that okay, you can measure 1000 or you can measure these kind of quantities. uh, Third thing is that is attainable, the things that I can attain and I can do. Like for example, if we know that doing masters is a 2-year course, if I say that I have to do it next 2 days, do you think this is attainable, or I can do, or anyone can do this? Anyone? No, this is even not possible. So I have to decide the goals that is realistic, that are not just a dream or not the things that I cannot do. If I say that I have to buy a Ferrari in 1 week, and right now I am financially, I have a lot of problem, this cannot be attainable in just 1 week. So I have to prepare the goals that are attainable. Like for example, if I said okay, this week I will search for a job and I will try to get a job, this is what we can attain and which is realistic. Yes, Mahesh ji, unrealistic goals, we have to delete them from the smart goals. Next thing is that is relevant. Consider whether this is worth your time or relevant in your life. Okay, this should be relevant. The goal should be realistic, not non unrealistic. Okay, it should be relevant. Yani consider this is the worth of your time and relevant in your, yes, in your life. It means it should hold a value in my life and that is important for me towards my goal. Okay, next is time bound. It is not like that, that okay, if I need 1000 rupees, as I told you that I need 1000 rupees in 1 week, that I have time bounded it, that yes, I required this moment in my 1 week. If I said that I need 1000 rupees, but in how much time? What is the main deadline? It could be possible that I can have 1000 rupees in a 10-year of time period. But is that worthy for me? No, na. So it should be time bound. Like for example, in the case of the stress, what we can do it, we will do PMRT for 10 minutes every day to reduce our stress or to reduce the negative thoughts that we have, or reduce a particular thought that we have about anyone. Okay, these kind of goals that we can use. Is that clear now? Any doubts? Okay, so moving to the next time management technique, that is break large task into smaller manageable steps. Like for example, what I did in the PMRT, that if I go to a client and told them you have to do a session of approximately 20 minutes, you just have to spare your time. It could be very they will felt like, oh, we are overburdened or we have to do a lot of things, we don't have anything. Yes, if you want, you can explain. Otherwise, you can just give this worksheet to them. Okay. This is not a worksheet. This is just an example. You can give a SMART goal worksheet to them in which these questions are easily mentioned. That what are the specific goal they want, what are the measurable thing that they exactly want, and that's how you can sit with your client and ask them to fill that thing. With your help, you can create the client's SMART goals. So in this you have to, yes, to break the larger task into the smaller manageable steps, as I told you for the PMRT, that I just break that out in a simple steps so that my client can easily do, and after that I can increase the steps and steps, and that's how the main goal or the main target has been completed. So for example, if my client want to clear its NEET exam, so I will not say just complete it in 1 month or you have to do a lot of everything in this book. You can say that okay, start with one chapter and then then the second, then the third. Manage your task into the smaller things, like instead of reading whole book in 1 week, you can go in the 1 month, or even one chapter a day or one page a day. This is how you can manage your steps in the things. Okay? Clear till now? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now these are the art therapy for the stress that can help you and your client to feel better. In this, if your client love art and craft, if they want to work with the colors and like that, you can give these things to them. Okay, so in this you can ask them to create the mandala or the doodle patterns and the illustrations, because mandala even work with the people having depression and the anxiety, because this will this will engage them and keep them focused in one thing and help them to calm their thoughts down and even help them to be relaxed. Okay. Second is explore your creative side. Think out of the box way to create the artwork. In this, you can ask your client if they are out somewhere, they can collect some leaves from the outside and then they can create a collage out of it. If they want, if they can write different thoughts or the different positive quotations on different papers and they can make a art out of it. If they have any waste material, if they want to create a art out of it, they can do. So think out of the box to create a artwork. Next is engage in the performance art. Music, dance and theater increase the community participation. As someone told me, I didn't remember the name, that music helps them or walk help them to be calm in the at the time when they are preparing for the need. So this is what you can ask your client to do, to be in the in particular moment or have some me time at that moment. Okay, so use some journal and the scrapbook to record stream of consciousness, artwork, mind maps, calligraphy and much more. If they are fond of writing, if they are fond of scrapbooks, they can use them also. Then the textile artwork including embroidery and the sewing. If they love these, you can give these things to your client. Then build the drawing with the music. If they want, if they are fond of music and if they are fond of drawing, just ask them to collaborate it. They can listen any mindfulness music and create a art out of it. uh, it is not it could be possible that the art should have meaning or not, it doesn't matter, but they can create anything. If they want to use watercolors or even crayons, sketch pen, even want to do the pencil artwork, they can do. Okay. Next thing is painting. They can paint anything that they want, or even a particular stress incident, and after that they can just destroy it. Okay. Then the digital art therapy. Now we know there are a lot of apps where the coloring is possible. They can make the collages, even in the Canva they can create a different collages of their personal life or their professional life or something like this, that can help them to calm in the moment. Okay, so these are some techniques that we can use. Okay, so any doubt, anything till now, because this that was the last slide and now we are just moving to the conclusion. Any doubts?
If someone interested in music or singing, uh,
Hmm.
hello,
Yes, yes,
Mahesh here.
yes.
If someone is interested in music or singing, anything, like how much time you suggest to invest uh, to feel better, like.
That's depend on the person to person. If they want to indulge it in their day-to-day life, then 10 to minimum 10 to 15 minutes is more than enough. But if they want and if they have time and if their situation is really serious, and if for example if they have severe anxiety or the severe stress, or their brain is like indulged or overwhelmed with a lot of the thoughts that they cannot control, they can have a multiple session in a similar in the same day. Like for example 10 minutes in morning, 10 minutes in afternoon, 10 minutes in evening, or even before the sleep, whatever they like. But yes, 10 to 15 minutes a
Okay,
day is completely perfect.
okay, okay.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
just have a recap that what we have learned, because someone also need this recap. So today we have learned about what is stress. So Stress is your body response to
I
pressure.
request you, please, ma'am. I request you a little brief because I joined little late,
Yes, yes,
if
that's what
possible.
I am doing. That's what I am doing. I'm just summarizing my whole workshop in next two to so that you can understand what we have learned. Yes. So,
Thank you.
that so we have started our workshop with what is stress. So, stress is your body's response to any pressure. It could be positive and it could be negative. Positive means eustress and negative means distress. It become a problem when it is constant and affect your day-to-day life. Okay? And then we have learned about how stress affect you. It impact both your mind and the body, causing headaches, tiredness, anxiety, mood swing, and even low immunity. Okay. Then we learned about how to know your trigger. Stress can come from the outside, like from the work, from the money issues, or from the relationship, or from the inside. Okay, inside of ourselves. That could be in the form of the negative thoughts, or in the even in the form of the perfectionism, or even in the form of cognitive distortion. Okay, and then we learned about the powerful techniques that how to manage our stress, in which we have learned about the 478 breathing technique, guided meditation, PMRT, that is progressive muscle relaxation technique, time management technique, in which we use smart goals and learn to say no, and the Eisenhower जो power matrix था. Yes, and then we have learned about the stress journal, that how to track the triggers, thoughts, and the body responses. Now, just remember that stress is not your enemy. It's a sign that you need to pause, breathe, and care for yourself. Small daily changes can lead to a calmer, balanced life. Okay, and seek professional help if you need it. If you find out that you cannot control your triggers, it's really become a burden to yourself. Okay, just as yes. So in this, what I have teach that learn to say no to the unnecessary commitment. That sometimes being a people pleaser, a lot of people give a lot. So a lot of people, if a person is a people pleaser, they have a lot of work with themselves, and when they cannot say no to anyone, and because of that they will get a lot of the things in their plate too. Like for example, if I have to be in the presentation tomorrow, and if I have a call from my friend that yes, come for a party tomorrow, or just have a hangout tomorrow, or we will have something really, we will just have a chit chat or something like that. So they will not say no at that moment to their friend. They will just say that okay, we will do it. At this moment this become very burden to them. They cannot even manage the things because of just saying no. Okay, because they can't say no, because they can't communicate that what are the things that they are feeling. They are feeling overburdened. The things that they have in their plate are the things that they cannot deliver. So yes, we have sometime we have to teach our clients to say no. Even this happens with a lot of the housewives, or even with the working women who also manage their house, that they have a lot of thing in their plate. They have to manage their home, they have to manage their office, but if they didn't say no, they have been burdened with a lot of work, and this will exhaust them. And the person the other person will not to think of that particular thing. So at this moment we have to teach our client that yes, you have to say no, so that you can be stress free. Okay, any other doubts? Just last 2 to 3 minutes. Any other thing
No,
that
ma'am. No, ma'am.
yes, we can say this. Okay, so I hope you love this workshop and you gain a lot of knowledge about it. So we are coming with one more workshop on the emotional regulation, the boundaries, on the 25th of the on the 25th of the June. If anyone wants to register for that workshop is also free of cost. And if you need the certificate and the resources, that are just for rupees 59. Any one of the you, if you want to register it, just contact me on the this number. And anyone who want the resources and the certificate for this workshop can also contact me, and the people who have already registered will get their certificate and the resources in next 48 hours. Okay, so these are the services that we provide as a that I provide as a therapist. I provide individual sessions, marriage and the family sessions, couple and the relationship counseling, mindfulness training, career counseling, stress management, life skill development, and the substance abuse. So to book your session, you can have a screenshot of this screen, and you can just scan this QR or even contact me on this number to book your session. Okay. So thank you everyone for being with me for such a
Can
long
I?
time.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. Can I have your introduction, ma'am, please?
So
Just for
I
10 seconds.
Okay, so I am Riya Khudania. I have completed my master's in counseling and family therapy, and I have experience of more than 2 years in this field. Along with being a, along with being
2 years.
yes,
How
yes,
many years of experience is that?
2 years, 2 years
Okay.
of
Okay.
professional experience with the client.
Okay.
Yes, along with that, along with
We-
being a therapist, I am also a mental health coach at the psychological first aid. I did my women empowerment coach certificate. I am a NLP master practitioner. Along with that, I did my career counseling. Okay, so if you need anything
Okay.
related to all of these domains, so I am always available for this. So I
Do
hope
you have any website, your website, anything?
no, right now we don't have any website. If you want to look out for our work profiles, that it is available on the LinkedIn by my name, that is by the Riya Khudania, and this is my contact number. So you can look out on our
Yeah.
Instagram by the name of the Psychic Mantra. Even we are available on the YouTube. Okay? So I hope
Okay.
any
Okay.
any
Where are you
suggestion.
based, madam?
Delhi.
Okay. Nice talking to you. Uh, you really explained it very nicely, and we are thankful to you. Thank you.
Welcome everyone. Any more suggestions or any recommendations from your end? How do you like this workshop? Like it or not like it? Doubts or anything that you would just want to for last 1 minute? After that, we will just um, sum it, sum all.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you everyone for being with me. I hope you will love this. And even the if you missed anything, then the recording will be available on our YouTube channel by the name of the Psychic Mantra. I will share the link in the group. You can just have a look. And if you have any doubt or something like that, you can contact me personally also. I will be available for you. And thank you everyone for being here.